Hello and welcome everyone. At long last we have Cipher Series 9. Those of you that follow me on social medias know how much I was looking forward to this. It contains support for the Echoes deck, and if you haven't seen it yet, do check out the starter deck. So, this is the first time since Series 1 that I've gotten 4 boxes. So, you know, usually I don't get hyped about much of Cipher stuff, but there is a reason that we're going to talking about in upcoming videos soon. So we're going to be going over one box a bit slower, and then we're going to go through the rest in like a speed opening, but we're going to do all 4 boxes in one video. There's no reason to, you know, kind of fetch out clickbait. So I'm going to put these 3 away for now. So they're going to be, we're just going to like speed through them really, and we're going to open up this first one a bit more slowly. So, you know, take our time, everything, you know, just like usual really. Like when I open one box of most sets, you know, there's going to be a bit more like that. So, this set does contain support for, as I mentioned before, Echoes, and on top of that it contains support for Purple, but this time Purple is in the form of the manga, which kind of intertwines with Fire Emblem 6, so Roy's game, and then also contains support for Green, but which is, you know, Tellius, but this is mainly just for Fang units. So, because I'm playing Red, I'm playing Echoes, the main things I want are Olm SR, Celica SR, Conrad SR, and those are the 3 like kind of like fairly priced ones, and then the 2 expensive ones that I really need, that are going for like, you know, 20 bucks a piece or something like that, is Claire and Mae. So those 2 are really expensive, and I definitely do want to pull those, so I'm really hoping I do. But yeah, so apart from that, like I don't play Purple or Green, but I am kind of split things with my friend I Need No Name, and so I would like a Tina still for Purple, so Tina's would be nice, and then for Green, there's quite a bit of things. Yeah, for Green there's like Anna and also Jill, especially Jill. She's like a mini Kamui, so definitely, or Corin. So first we have this, you know, the usual product placement kind of thing, so just gonna set that aside, and then we have the usual sleeves. There's one of 2 types, so you either get the old Gaiden, you know, cover ones with little, you know, pretty nice, so we're going to keep these, and then you can also get the Echoes ones. Hopefully we get that in one of the other boxes, and then we have 2 promos as box toppers, one of which is the, what used to be a very hard to get promo Lilina in foil, so it's this one, very nice, looks very good. And then one is a preview card, and this time we got Alphonse, so this is a preview for the next set, which will contain support for Fire Emblem Heroes, so I'm sure a lot of you will be interested in that. And I'm also kind of interested as well. I want to get a cute Sharina or a cute Anna, you know, can always use some more Annas. So let's just start cracking open this box. So here's the illustration of the pack itself, and then that's just the back, nothing too eventful here. This time we went with a yellow pack design, so it's definitely quite nice. Oh, and it looks like, I think before they used to be like just like squares, but there's a little bit of a feature. I think that might be a deck list, a recommended deck list for Skirmir, I think it's called. So, and here's just a set list on the back, as always. So, let's go through the first pack. So we have a Cliff, we have the new Roy, 1 cost. I really like this art. It joins together with the new Al, so we can see Big Boy Deke over here, Lilina, and, you know, the rest of the crew. We have a Tobin, another Tobin, so this is the promoted form. We have this cost 1 Skirmir. We have Jeed, I think his name is. And then we have a Douglas, if I'm not mistaken. And so he's our first HN. So once again, as always, going to separate them between rarities. So here's Tatiana, as Zeke would say. I really love the way he says that. And then here we have the Est, and this time the Pegasus sisters do have the formation skill, so intelligent systems didn't learn from their mistakes, but this time they're a little bit better, so at least that much is nice. And then our first rare is gonna be this Kilba, I think it's called. So I told myself I should read the manga before I do the opening, but I kept delaying it. I read like the first chapter, and it seems cool. I will finish it eventually, but I just didn't have time. Luckily, this is a pretty nice rare. So he's a 4/3, and at the end of his battle, essentially if he checks, you can check, I believe, the top card, and then if you check the same copy, you know, the same name as him, then you destroy the defending unit, and it can include the main character. So I think that's quite a cool effect, honestly. So that's one of the 2 new purple lords that I can imagine from this set. So he's definitely quite promising. Here we have a Matilda, definitely looking good. Oh, we have the Celica. You might recognize this one. It's my cover, I mean, it's my icon on Twitter, at least at the current moment. So there's a little screenshot. So there's that. Here we have Gant, I think he's called. So he's giving an apple to... Yeah, it doesn't look too good, honestly. Here we have the Clive that we had in the start deck. Here we have a Delphia, and I have a little bit of a sad story to tell. My Delphia, in my first playthrough of Echoes, I didn't manage to save Delphia. I feel very ashamed of myself. There's a Yuzu. Those of you that got the DLC on Echoes might be more familiar now with the fan characters. There's a Mist. She's promoted but has no range, so she kind of sucks, in all honesty. And that's the start of the Heichens. So I'm just going to quickly do that. And then here we have another copy of him. Here we have none other than Mr. Fernand, so definitely quite nice as well. And here, whoa, back to back with Fernand, we have Uncle! So the first copy of the promoted Berkut, and I love this art so much. It looks so good. There you have Renea on his back, and you know, that is a spoiler, I'm afraid, but this guy, he also has a lot of potential as a main character. So his first effect is, once per turn you can destroy one of your untapped allies, and he gains 1/3 range and +10 attack, so he becomes an 80 1/3 range lance user. It's very threatening. And on top of that, his second effect is when you evade for him, instead of discarding a Berkut, you can discard your whole hand. So he's truly given up his sense of humanity just to grasp power. I love this Berkut. It looks so cool. I love Berkut as a character. He's such a great villain. I cannot believe that he was not in the original Gaiden. Like, he's a completely original character in Echoes, and like that blew my mind. Here we have a Gray, another Gray. Here we have the 3/2 Al, and here we have another Selka. Here we have the cost 1 Jill, fairly cute art. Here we have a Rai, and here we have the Mist once again. And here we have a Igrin. I think it's in green, yes. Oh, and this is Sonya, definitely looking quite mighty good. And then our first, our next rare is the Saber that we already saw in the start deck. So that's the first 3 packs. No SRs yet. So normally the box ratio for this set should be 2 red SRs, 1 green, and 1 purple. So because it is a tri-color set. So, you know, I'm hoping, the only red SR I don't want is gray, so I'm just hoping for that. So we have the 3/2 Ulm. Here we have a Yanaf. Here we have the cost 1 Conrad, cost 1 Claire, very nice. This is Tsuihawk. I'm just reading it off Japanese. Here we have the Yuzu again, and then here we have another Fernand. This is a Nesara and an Erufin, and our first SR is Al, so this is the, main SR for purple in this set, which is the new Lord Al, so he's from the main character of the manga, and he has a pretty nice effect. Once per turn, after his battle, you can check the top card. If it's an Al, you restand him and he can attack again. And his second skill is, when you have 6 bonds, he gets +10 and he loses his dragon typing, and then his first skill loses the once per turn, so you can do it all the time. So it's actually a pretty strong deck in my opinion. It's been doing pretty well in Japanese tournaments already, so I think it's quite cool, and it's like a bit of a meme, but you know, you have so many, like purple revolves around just checking the top card all the time for your emblems, so it's definitely quite strong. So this time I'm going to go a bit faster through these, like, you know, comments and stuff. There's a Tina there, so don't want to take up too much of your time with everything. So here we have a Dean, we have an EUS, and we have another Est, and this is, I think, is a Deginza, something like that. So just, you know, one of the Fang rares. So once again a rare. So far we only have 1 SR, but not the biggest deal. And let's just go to the next one. So we'll take things a bit quicker now. Oh, there's the new Shade, so that's quite nice. And then we have a new Cliff. Oh, this is the new Necro Dragon, so you can play more than 4 of him in your deck, so you can have, you know, as many as you want. And then I think when you have 6 or more bonds, you can have more than 2 of him on the field, so you can start spamming him. And then he cannot be crits, he cannot crit, and he cannot evade. So the moment he gets attacked, he just dies. And so, but he has 70 attack as a 2 drop, so it's definitely quite nice. And next we have a Kainegis as the rare, so it's another one of the 6 drop rares. They're definitely, like, it's interesting because he has like 100 power, but he's still not that useful because he's 6 cost, so it's going to take a while to get him out there. So I feel like he's not the most useful of all. And here's a deck for Alm that's recommended. I should probably check those like back cards. There's a Lucas. Oh, here we have cost 1 Berkut with Renea. I really like that art as well. Just, Berkut is such a great character, honestly. Oh, here we have, this one is basically a Robin the one that like comes into play if you have less orbs than your opponent. You can rest him and flip 2 to gain an orb, so definitely quite nice. And here we have the Lilina rare, and she's a pretty expensive one, especially her rare plus. So her effect, I believe, is after she battles, you can, after she destroys something, you can discard a Lilina to destroy something else that is not the main character. And then apart from that is when she's supported by a purple, she gains plus 10. And then, yeah, I can't remember what her support skill was though, but that's pretty good rare to get. She's one of the pricier ones. We have the last pack of the left side, so this normally should have an SR in it, and I think I just saw something red. So, you know, I just kind of go through this. Oh yeah, there's a Zeke. Oh, there's Zephiel. So this is Zephiel before he became an old big man that, you know, just raged at things. That doesn't really rage at things, but you know what I mean. Here we have a Pala. Sorry, not Pala, Katia. And then we have a Fae. So it's not the SR, but we did get one Fae rare, so that's good too. So we're just one SR for the left side. Haven't seen our plus yet either, so the right side should be able to get us a bit more. So let's just, oh, I think I spoiled for myself what that was. Well, not really, I didn't quite catch what it was, but let's just keep on going. But I think it is, yes, this is the Zeke. This is the Zeke, a rare plus, so he looks very much strikingly like a Camus. So that's a bit of a, you know, bit of a hint. But yeah, okay, not the best R plus to get, but I'll take it. You know, he looks nice at least, so I can't complain too much. Oh, I just pulled for myself what the SR is, and it's a very good one. Let me just quickly... Oh, there's the new Lando. Let me just quickly get to it. Oh, that's a very good one to start with. That's a definitely very good one. It's Mae. Oh, this Mae SR is definitely very good. So, her first effect is, once per turn you can discard a Mae and destroy an enemy unit, and if it's a monster, then you can also draw a card. And then her other skill is, once per turn you can flip 1 bond. If you do all mages on the field, you have a plus 10 buff. That's huge. And on top of that, if you have 3 cards or less in hand, then you can also draw an additional card. So she's a very good red SR. She's the most expensive red SR, and for a good reason. So I'm very glad to have pulled her. You know, like as much as I love Celica, she's the she's pretty much the cheapest. No, she's the second cheapest. Gray is the cheapest red SR. But yeah, like as much as I love her, like I really want to get the money ones out the way because that's going to cost more for my poor wallet. So I don't want to, you know, make any damage there. So let's just keep on going and see what we get for the rest. So here we have, I already mentioned this earlier, but the joint art between Roy and All. So just like that. So very nice. So I like that touch. It's quite cute. So here we have the Jenny we saw before, the Alm we saw before, and here we have a Lete, I think is how you say that. So there's that as well. Her plus art is kind of like her evolving, which is quite interesting. So let's just keep on going through these packs. We don't have that many left, and so this was a, let me just see, this is a recommended deck for Delphia, I think. So there's that, and let's just keep on going through these last few packs. There's the new Emma, so there's, I don't think we mentioned that yet. And here's the Jenny, I think she's called. I think it's Jemmy, and yeah, she has a bit of a meme effect from what I remember, but didn't pay too much attention to her. I think it's like when she, it's like once per turn you can, no, not once, but you just flip 1 bond to give her plus 10, and then when she's 100 she destroys everything except for her and Jeed or whatever, I think that was his name. And then her last effect is, I think, is when you have a Jeed on the field, she gains a plus 10. Something along those lines. But I didn't pay too much attention to her, unfortunately. So here we have the 3-2 Matilda. And, oh, that was a, I missed out a plus there. But this is the new Roy. He was a preview card in the last set. So, you know, he's a bit of a jack of all trades. You can flip 1 bond to do pretty much, you know, a little bit of everything. Like draw 1 card, or move a unit, or gain plus 10. So he does a lot, and he's overall pretty good. New Roy, he kind of fits into a lot of decks as well, and I'm just trying to find where, okay, this is the H-Chan I missed. So now for this first box we have 3 packs left, so let's just get through them. This is kind of starting to become a bit of a longer video, but the rest of it is not going to be that long, so it's not too bad. Here we have a Tobin, I'm just going to keep going through them. There's the Silk promoted form, and that's already a H-Chan. So there's the Silk, the cost 1 Celica, and then here we have the yeah, I'm just gonna continue because we have a Celica here. I peeked it a little bit. So this is my baby, the Celica SR. So very, very good looking. Sadly, her effect is not that great. She's a 5'4" and 60 power, 1-2 range, 20 support. She has the brand new hero skill, which means that once per turn you can flip one bond. If your hero is a red unit, then you can change your hero or your main character to be Celica. And Ulm has the same thing, so they just change the heroes to kind of fit in with the whole, style of Echoes and Gaiden. So, but her other skill is when your main character checks a red support card, you can flip one bond, and instead of sending it to the drop zone or to the graveyard, you send it to your hand instead. So that's quite good, but it does require you to play mono red. So definitely nice SRs from this box. Sadly, Celica, she's not that amazing, but I'm still gonna play her just because, I love Celica, so I can't help it. But yeah, so I'm quite happy about that. I know quite a few people wouldn't be happy just because she's a bit of a cheap card, and if you don't want to build her, then she's not that great. Here we have a Tobin. This Tobin is good. We talked about it in the deck opening, and now we're going to go over the last pack, and this will have our last SR of the box as well, which should be a green one, so let's hope for Jill. So I'm going to take it a little bit slower. Okay, now we have the Celica here. So Celica and Ulm together. And nope, it's a Skirmir, so I think my friend did need at least one more, so that's okay. And Skirmir is definitely quite a solid card. He gives old Fang units a plus 30k buff, plus 30 buff, and apart from that, I think when he growths, you can draw a card, I'm not too sure. Yeah, when he grows once per turn, you can draw a card, and apart from that, you can flip 2 once per turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and then choose any amount of Fang units from among them, and deploy them, and place the rest of them in the rest of the revealed card in your retreat area. So it's definitely a good card, and you can build a good deck around him. So this was the first box. I'm quickly clean things up, and then we're going to go over the rest of the 3. And on top of the boxes, Intelligent Systems did a little bit of a promotional thing, where for each box you get a clear file. So this is the Roy and Al one, so it's blue on the front and white on the back, and I opened this one up for you guys just to show, you can just put in papers there. It's nothing too special. So I got 3 of the Roy and Al ones, so I'll take that away. Then I got 2 of the Almond Celica ones, so red on the front, and they're all white on the back. So these 2 are red on the front with Almond Celica. And then here we have 3 of the Ike and Skirmir ones, and this one is black on the front and white on the back. So just wanted to show those off. It's a nice little promotional thing that Intelligent Systems did, but yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that that exists as well. Alright, and now let's get into the remaining boxes. So we have 3 more to go through, but we're going to go through them much faster, and I'm struggling to open this one up, so it's time to embrace the cringe and get my trusty little Genji fidget spinner to crack this open. Yes, very good. That should do the trick. Yes, nice. So it's I'm not very fond of fidget spinners overall, but I got this one because, I was like, if I find a game-themed one or an anime-themed one, I'll get it. And it's Overwatch, and so I was like, might as well get it. So here, our promotional sleeves are going to be the, I kind of ripped the top of the box a little bit, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I need to be careful with that. Oh, whatever. So here we have again the Gaiden cover, and this time we have Elincia as the promo. So she's the other one of the foil reprints, so Elincia, and on the back we have Sharina. So definitely nice, bit of a different one, so that's also good. So let's take those away, and now just get into the box. So I'm going to speed things up and just stop when we pull an SR or the plus. Oh, we got the first SR of the box, which is gonna be Jill. So this is pretty much, in my opinion, the best green SR in the set. So she's basically a female Corrin. When she attacks, you can, once per turn, you can flip 2 bonds just during the, whenever, to return a Fang from the drop zone with, I believe, I'm not sure if it's power, no, it's a 4 cost or less, I think. So, just return a 70 power attacker. And on top of that, I think during your turn, she gets plus 20k, plus 20 power on top of that. And then her last effect is when her attack destroys an enemy, you choose 1 ally and you can grow them from the retreat. So definitely a very good SR, and she's by far the most expensive green SR from this set, just because she's that solid. She's genuinely a female Corrin, but for fangs and green. So definitely very strong. So let's just continue throughout this box. So here's the last pack of the left side, so let's see if we get a second SR in this one. Yep. Nope, we get the plus, which is going to be Rai. Not the best one, he's like 700 yen or something, definitely not one I was looking for, so still no SR pluses, but I'm not exactly... I mean, I'd like to get at least one SR plus, but yeah, not the best one, but that's a plus, so I guess we'll take that. So moving on to the right side now. Oh, and we have our next SR, which is Conrad, so that's very good. His first effect is if you have 1 orb or less, his deployment cost and his class change cost become 1. And then his second skill is, when your main character is being attacked, you can flip a bond to redirect the attack to him. And then his final ability is, at the start of your turn, you can flip 1 bond to salvage a Conrad from your retreat area to your hand. So he's very solid. I think he has main character potential as well. I'm going to try a deck as a main character with him. I'll try one with Celica, and I'll try one with Alm, so we'll see what ends up being the best. But yeah, so I do want them regardless, even if I don't play, you know, the deck. So here's Adelphia, we haven't seen her either yet, but let's keep on moving and see what the last 2 SRs we have will be. Oh, we have the Ike rare. This is a pretty expensive rare, both in normal rare and in R+, so definitely a nice one to get. We haven't seen him yet. And we have an Olm, so this is our second red SR. So Olm's effect is also the hero skill as we mentioned earlier, and his other effect is when your main character, you know, defeats an enemy in battle, you can play a cost 5 or lower red unit from your hand, so it doesn't go to your total bond cost. So it's like, you can, let's say Conrad is your main character, he attacks, he misses, so you use hero skill to put Alm as the main character, then you attack again. So okay, that didn't work, then you can use Celica, and then if Celica finally hits, then you can, you know, use his effect to get yourself a red. And also it works each time, because like if you keep changing your hero, then you keep refreshing this effect as well, so you can actually get a lot of plus out of it, because it doesn't cost any bonds, you just get it out there, and it's a very nice effect. And his other ability is just when he attacks dragons or monsters, he gains plus 20 attacks. So definitely good. We're avoiding the gray, which is very important. It's very important to avoid the gray SR, because it's pretty much it's definitely not a good one. So we have 1 SR left, and it should be a purple one, so let's hope that it's a Tina. I'd really like it for it to be a Tina, because my friend still requires them, so let's keep on going. Okay, final pack, and this final one is gonna have the last SR, so let's see what it's gonna be. I'll take this pack a bit slower. So Faye, Roy, Saber, Delphia, Skirmir, Jemmy, Necro Dragon. Necro Dragon, I believe, is already HN. And then Mist, Douglas. One sec, my cards are falling apart. And a Celica! Oh, wow! I thought we would get at least 1 purple. Oh, I thought we get at least 1. I thought the ratio was like 2 reds, 1 purple, 1 green, but I guess not. That's perfect. So a second Celica, that's very good. So I got 3 reds from this box. That's a very good box for me. None of the money reds, so no Claire and no Mae, but definitely a good box, because counting my friends' totals, now I need basically 1 more Celica, and I think 1 more Conrad, and then all my actually have finished, so now just Mae and Claire left, and 1 more Celica, if I'm not mistaken. So this was the second box, so now let's just clean up a bit and crack into the third one. Okay, small little mishap. I didn't realize, like, it's good that I realized now, but I wasn't recording. So this third box we just opened up, we got the guidance sleeves again, Elincia and Sharina has the promos, and then our first rare is just the Tobin, so nothing too big, so let's just continue. Oh, so here's our first SR for this box, since it's an Al. So we already had one before, so there's no point in going over him second time. So that's the second one we have, and this was also the second purple SR so far. And I also wanted to say that, like, I still have this like Fates pixel mat, but I'm hoping that now when I go to Japan over this year, that I managed to pick up there's a new Echoes one that I want to pick up. It's not pixel, but it still looks cool. Here's a normal Zeke. We got the R+1 before, so this is the normal one. Looks quite nice, but yeah. Oh, we have a pretty good R+ here. It's Lilina. This is a very good R+ to get. She's very expensive, in like 2,500 yen. Like, she's the price of a good SR. So this is a really good R+ to get. Still no SR pluses, but honestly, this is just as good. I am definitely not complaining, so I'm definitely going to take that. That is really, really nice. So this is pretty much like the best R plus you can get in the whole set, so I'm very happy with that. And we have our second SR, it's Mae. Very good, we got the second Mae, so I need one more, counting my friend's pulls. So definitely super good. Okay, the things are looking quite bright. I'm definitely, it's looking good, it's looking good. So moving on to the left side, I still do need a Clair though. I haven't pulled a single Clair. Would really like to see her a bit more as well. Oh, we have... So another Berkut. This is just the second one. So I kind of do want the play set, so, you know, if anything, I'll just trade for my remaining copies. So I'll probably need one more if I don't pull one. If I do pull one in the next box, so we'll see. Oh no, we got the gray. Ah, oh, damn it. Okay, well that's one gray so far, but hopefully, luckily the first two boxes didn't have him. So, well, he's quite bad. He's a 5/3, 70, and 10. His first effect is you can tap a Olm, or Tobin, or Cliff, or Faye, and then he gets a +10 buff. And he can also move one enemy with deployment cost 2 or less. So, but it's not once per turn, so you can keep doing it every time. And his other skill is a flip 1, and for this turn he gains +10 attack, so that's also not limited once per turn. And then his last skill is once per turn. You can activate the skill only if he has at least 100 power. You can untap him, and if you do, he gains the spellbook affinity and gains 1/2 range. So it's really I don't like him, and he's really not all that great. So, well, we got one. So, you know, at least I hope it stays at one. I hope we don't get another one next box. Oh, and we got our second purple SR this time, so we have a Tina. So it looks like they're not fixed ratios, so Tina's quite good. You can rest her and flip one bond to destroy all Dragonstone affinity units, and then for the amount that you destroyed, you draw a card each, so it's quite strong, especially against Dragonstone units, obviously. And the other skill is, when she destroys a unit by her attack or the use of a skill, you can select a card in your retreat area except Tina and place it on top of your deck, but that's only once per turn. So very, very solid card for purple. There's a reason why I think she's the most expensive of the purple cards in this set, so it definitely makes sense. And so, you know, it's definitely quite logical, and she's very strong. So that should be our last SR. So that's the first one that didn't come at the end. So the rest of these should be just rare packs, but I'm going to open them up, you know, regardless. Just one more left anyway, so let's just get through it and then get to our last box. So let's see what this last one has. There's no real point to take it much too slowly, so I'll just, you know, go through it at normal speed. And we have, oh, there's a normal Alina, so you can kind of compare them if you wish. So it's not much difference, but it's there. It's definitely there. So that was our third box, and now let's get into the fourth one. And now the last box. Let's hopefully get the dream and get both Clair and Mae in one box. Still haven't seen a single Clair, and I do need her. Mae is a bit more expensive, so I am happy that I pulled two of her, but I really do want to see at least one Clair. Damn it, we didn't get a single one of the Echo Sleeves. They're all Gaiden ones. I guess I'm not complaining too much, but let's see what the promo pack has, if it's a Serena once again. Yep, it is a Serena, so let's just put that away. It's not too necessary to go through it every time, but I was hoping we would get a, you know, kind of 2-2 split for both. At least one copy of the Echo Sleeves, but guess not. But let's just go through this final box. Oh, here's our first SR, which is Skirmir. So we found another one. This is going to be a spare, so my friend already had 3, so this is going to be just a extra one that I can sell somewhere. He's quite cheap though, so probably going to be quite hard to get rid of him actually. So let's just keep on moving. Oh, we have Uncle! So we got our third Berkut, so that's definitely quite nice. Definitely happy about that. So I need one more, so I'll just trade for it. It's not the biggest deal. Oh, we got our second SR, which is Conrad. That's good. That's my second one, so I did need him as well. That's good. That's good. Definitely nice. I think that might complete my playset, including what my friend has. I'm not too sure if he has 2 or 1. I'll check later. Okay, we got our SR Plus. Sadly, it's not the best one, but it is the Al SR Plus. So, you know, we take that. We take that. At least it's an SR Plus. It is signed. I was really hoping to get a Celica signed because I kind of wanted to get a playset of her in SR Plus, but I'll see now because I was hoping to get at least one from these boxes, but fortunately not. We only got one SR Plus in general, so yeah, what can you do? But let's keep on moving. Oh yes, nice, we got the Mae, so that's very good. We've pulled 3 Mays so far, so that is hella good. That's very good. Still, come on. Can we get the Clair dream? Can we get at least one Clair? Come on. Haven't seen a single Clair in these boxes. I really want just one at least. Come on. Every time I pull a Saber, I keep thinking that it's an SR. Just goes to show that you might get an SR in the set 11 when we get Echo support again. Nope, we have a Jill as our last SR. That's definitely not something to complain about because I think my friend needs 3, so definitely good. So that's a good other SR to finish off. We have one more pack. You know, it's impossible to get anything else. So no Clairs. No Clairs on 4 boxes. That's kind of unfortunate, but I'm not going to complain too much. Oh, we have a Lilina. That's not too bad. So that was the last pack. So now I'm going to quickly clean everything up and we're going to go over all the SRs and pluses that we got just so you guys have a little bit of a grasp on what the ratio is. Alright, so now that it's all done and dusted, let's quickly go over all our R pluses, the SR plus, and the SRs that we've pulled. So for R plus, we got 1 Zeke in R plus, 1 Rai in R plus, and one of the very expensive Lilina R pluses. So these are our R pluses, so we can put them aside. Now for SRs, we got 2 Als, 1 Tina, those are the purple ones. Now for greens, we got 2 Skirmir, and we got 2 Jills, which is definitely nice. She's by far the most expensive green SR. So there's one green SR that we didn't get, which is Ane, so that's a bit unfortunate, but you know, could have been instead of this one Skirmir, I guess. Now for red, we got 1 gray. It's good that it's just 1, not 4, because he's definitely not playable in my opinion, so it's good that it's just 1, so you know, that's out of the way. We got 1 Alm, not the biggest deal, he's not that expensive either, so that's okay. We got 2 Celicas, which is definitely quite good, so I'm gonna have to pick up 1 extra, I think, so it's not too bad. We got 3 Mays, which is a blessing. She's the most expensive SR in this set, and I do need her 4 times, now I just need 1 more for my friend, that'll be fine. And we got 2 Conrads, so I need 2 more of those, and then we didn't get a single Clair, and she's quite expensive, so I will have to pick those up. And then our only SR plus is this Al, so definitely quite a good 4 boxes. Honestly, the 3 Mays are really good, the 2 Jills are really good, 1 Tina, could have been 2, would have been a bit better. But it's quite interesting, we had 1 box that only had, you know, didn't have it had what, like 3 red SRs. I felt that was quite lucky. So the 1 Alm is okay, I can, you know, get the other 3. It's kind of, I only needed 1, so it's okay. And then I'll need 1 more Celica, which is quite easy to get. I'll need no more Mays. I have my May playset complete with my friend. And then Conrad I might have playset complete as well, but I will have to get a whole fresh Clair. I'll have to pick up 3 Clairs in Japan essentially, so it's not too bad, and it should be possible. So overall I'm quite happy with the pulls. Could have used a bit less R pluses, especially these 2. The Lilina one is definitely good, she's very expensive, so I'm quite happy about that. And the Alt SR Plus is not the best, but you know, we'll take it. It does look nice, and it's a pretty interesting deck, so hopefully we can see a bit more in action as well. So this was the big Cipher Series 9 opening, and now that we're at the end, I just wanted to do a little quick announcement a little bit of a preview for you Cipher players that some of my other viewers won't get, is that I will be doing an exchange in Japan from September to February, meaning that I'll be able to access a lot of their card shops much easier, which means I'll be able to participate at local tournaments for Fire Emblem Cipher, meaning there will be more Cipher content. I'll be doing more deck profiles. The moment I have my Echoes deck finished, I will do a deck profile on it, and possibly some gameplay somewhere in August. It's very, very likely that that will happen, and then after that, just, you know, expect a bit more usual Cipher content, especially while I'm out in Japan. So, thank you very much for watching. That was a little bit of a preview that the rest of my viewers do not get, so you Fire Emblem Cipher people do get a bit of a privilege, so I hope you did enjoy that. So, also, before we go, I didn't quite show off, but the Almond Celica art does join up, you can see there. So there's Duma in the background, just kind of looking menacing. It's very nice, and you know, Celica is best waifu, but I did want to get the Mae's and Claire's just because they're the money card, you know. Celica's not that expensive, so it's okay. But yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and do stay tuned for all the upcoming Cipher content because there will be more than usual, so I hope you guys are excited for that. So that's gonna be pretty much it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.